today we're starting on the bathroom remodel here. And the first thing we have to do is cut all the moldy corner trim and edge trim. It's just like a silicone caulking that they use in most RVs. And we're going to replace this noisy fan and this faulty switch with a 2-directional so we can suck and blow in here. And then we're going to put up, continue on the siding, the ceiling. After we scrub all the upper edges, we're going to scrub them all down and get them all cleaned up first with vinegar, and then we'll start putting the ceiling back together. But it is filthy. Look at all that mildew on the walls we gotta scrub off. And we gotta repaint it all. And we're gonna replace the toilet. I'm gonna put a composting system in so we don't ever have to worry about paying somebody to come out and drain the tanks. And then the shower. The shower's nasty too. So, there you go. We're getting close on the composting toilet project here. Got it framed out. Have a funnel with a hose attached that goes down in the drain to the tank. And then that stays suspended over here against another piece of wood that I'm getting ready to put in. I'm doing the trim on the outside right now. And this top piece for the toilet seat to sit on.
The church got set on fire, so I get what he was signaling. Look, I agree. I had a fellow person this morning on the show. Curiosity protesters and going out there.
And I made it so there's just enough room for the bucket in there.
He was upset because it didn't run out, but they didn't have to go down into the bunker on Friday or Saturday night.
The bucket stays in there like that. And liquid separator in the front like so.
I think he has like a goal or a mission or a project he's trying to accomplish. I think it's just all it. I mean, it's all just about like, how do I reclaim this news cycle? How do I win the day? I actually interviewed him back before he was an official candidate at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I was like on the rope line doing like a celebrity interview, like sticking on my computer's face.
The slight tilt
But so he comes in, and this is a
away from the cabinet for a little extra elbow room.
It wasn't the one, it was maybe the one after when we kind of like that. And so he comes up to me, and this is when I was.
And then there's an exhaust vent back in this corner right here.
Like even then, this is just hard and heavy for it because they're so.
And there'll be a pipe that runs up the inside corner. And over to the exhaust fan out right there.
But it was such a little insight into his whole wiring, and so he knows more than anyone.
We've got the vent pipe painted, and the side trim is painted. It's sanded and clear coated. Next, we're doing this top piece, repurposing a 20-year-old used piece of plywood from a shed that I demoed a while back. Gonna sand it down and get it looking spiffy. Clear coat it. So that's what we're doing next. So we had to staple the funnel to some dead wood down there so it stays in place and lines up perfectly with the liquid separator. And then we just have a little hose that goes down into the floor drain. And I made a little exact size hole in a piece of wood. I made a little platform for the bucket to sit on and to hold that tube exactly in the right location down there. Then we have water line over in the corner from the pre-existing plumbed toilet, and I just made a little notch out for that to sit in there. And on the side down there I have a bracket that just holds it up out of the way of our bucket and anything else we want to store down there. We'll put the sawdust probably in the shower, or maybe in some in this cabinet. And we also have this drawer, but I think we'll just leave supplies like extra toilet paper and stuff in the cabinet drawer cubby hole there. So, all right. Now we're ready for the bucket. I just made this nice weight-bearing platform piece here. just sit on top and look pretty. We still have to lacquer this back board real quick. Do that right now. Turn on our vent fan. Open our vent a little bit. Dry for a couple minutes. While we put this on, I'm going to round these corners off a little bit so they're not so ugly. Got our measurements so accurate that we were able to get this spacing on the back wall proper to allow for the lid to stay up. And it's a tight fit, but it's pretty well spaced. Put just a touch towards the door. You get a little more elbow room, plenty of leg room in there. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I did about as good of a job as I could. Alright, now to just verify that I can actually get the bucket out of there. Pick that up. Pick the platform up. And the bucket comes up and out. Easy peasy. Quite pleased with it. Now we just have to do our vent fan. We'll go get the vent pipe now. Up here so we can see what we're doing up on the ceiling. There we go. All right. We're running this over to here, and I'm going to run a piece of this flexible conduit which fits into the electrical conduit fittings attached to a vacuum head to give us enough of an opening for some good suction to vent out the odors out of the box down there. And that goes in there real nicely. And then the other end will go into a pipe that we're putting on the back wall in a second. Figure out how much of this I need to cut. Bought plenty of it so I can mess up a couple times. I think I'm going to want to just drop it down in here like that.
For the main component of the water filtration system, we repurposed some cat litter containers, fill them up with worm composting and regular wood mulch, a couple pieces of window screen between the layers, and some gravel and sand. We then stack the completed containers on top of each other in sequence and let the dirty water filter in from the top with the clean water coming through the lower level of the filters.